Hey, hey. All right, guys, welcome back. This is going to be today's topic for the 8th of July. If you would like to enter to win a free read with me, just make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and write the word compassion in the comment section. That lets me know you want to be entered to win, and then I choose one person each week to get a free read with me, all right? I always do it publicly, so you always know who the winner is. I don't pick the same day, though. Whenever I do it is whenever I do it, so just you would have to be watching every day to know when that happens, okay? So here we go. We got the 9 of Wands, and we got the World card in the reverse. Somebody wants to fight for something that they don't want to be over. They don't. This could also be somebody who wants to fight for something that they don't want to see change. They want to come back in. This could be a divine masculine walking in. I do feel like we've got these like maybe guides that are helping them right now. This is usually that wounded warrior energy. They're coming in. 5 of Pentacles. It could be a King of Swords. I don't know if they have just escaped something that was very cold, and maybe they themselves have been very cold, and they are finally saying, my behavior is all it's earning me is a lifetime of loneliness. What the heck am I doing? King of Swords can still have a cold energy to them, as far as like they are more about thoughts and communication than lovey-dovey feels. But when they're in the upright, they can actually articulate exactly what it is they mean. The fact that they're coming in though as a wounded warrior says this is somebody who does genuinely want something. They know that they want this. They know that wherever they have been has been very it's like they've been sitting up on their castle in the sky saying, why am I doing this? I don't even have anyone in my castle. I don't even want to be in this castle anymore. I want to run and come back to where it's like, it's warm and it's loving. I want to fight for something good. I want to fight for something. I feel like this character is ready to actually admit that. This could be a big thing for this king to admit. Tell me about the World in the reverse. It's Capricorn energy. Got the Hierophant, we've got the Ace of Swords, we got the 5 of Wands, we got the Moon. Boy, oh boy. Either they are saying, I want to make this relationship work. I want our marriage to work. That's the truth of it. And I also know the truth of it is there's still a lot that we are so different on. There's a lot of things that we would have to work on together. It's not just them having to decide that they don't want to be cold and aloof anymore. They're also being really honest about the fact that they want to, I mean, this could be somebody saying, let's go to marriage counseling. Let's talk to someone who can help us learn to communicate better so that we don't consistently, it's not like they're trying to point the finger exactly, but they are maybe saying, we both have things that we don't understand about how to communicate really well. So it becomes like we waste so much time trying to figure each other out. What if we had someone who could help mediate this for us? I feel like it may be a divine masculine is suggesting some kind of counseling because they want to save this connection. What made them come to this conclusion? And we saw that 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, Aries, my love. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. It's okay, love. We've got a 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups upright. They've had enough time to think about things, and they've realized where their happiness is. This person, this is their wish fulfillment. This is their wish come true, is that they would be able to have this connection. They know this. They're not juggling these thoughts anymore. They're confident that this is what they want. I'm sorry about his little woof woofs. He's on protector mode right now. They want to move toward this. They have emotion for this. Now, I will still say, though, they believe that this will make them happy, which, of course, it's usually what we're always motivated by first. Is like, I want this because this is an idea that I have in my head that will satisfy me. But they are coming with an emotional offer. So it's not like it's all selfish, it's all about them, but it is that they have decided this would actually make me happy. Why were they so cold and aloof? 8 of Cups, man, this person literally walked away. Maybe they're used to not factoring in anybody else's wants, wishes, dreams, desires, happiness. They're used to just walking their own path. I feel kind of like we're dealing with a loner, somebody who's been used to being alone, and they basically, they're aloof because the only person who's like, they've never learned how to cooperate with anyone. They work alone. They have been maybe isolated from relationship. Oh, wow. 9 of Swords, 2 of Wands. Maybe this person has had a lot of stress in their lives, and the way that they've learned how to cope with it is to stay by themselves. But look, when we're by ourselves, we can construct a world that, guess what? We're everything, right? We are the emperor of our lives. And where do we get counsel from? Only from us. So we don't have like an unbiased opinion to help guide us. Who is our judge? Well, only us. So guess what? We probably aren't ever going to like really point out some things that maybe we've done wrong or that we need to work on. You know, it just kind of seems like this person has created a world for themselves where it's only their own thoughts, their own communication, their own ideas that they've ever let into their life. And the reason they did that, though, might have been because that was their coping mechanism. If this is someone who's had a lot of whatever caused this in their life, this is high levels of stress. This is somebody who they like, maybe it's some kind of trauma, and their coping mechanism has been, I've created a world for myself where I'm in charge of it. I don't really connect to others. I can keep myself removed, and that's how I can deal with the stress that I've got. But here's the thing. That's getting old. That behavior that they have. You know, when I said it's like they can sit up here in their castle in the sky, but it's a real cold place to be. I think that this person doesn't want to be alone anymore. Not because it's like, okay, now I'm bored, so I want someone else to entertain me. I really think that this character has reached some point in their life where they're saying, I've been living my whole life like this. I've been using a mechanism to deal with stress instead of to deal with it. And my mechanism was to stay away from everybody and only create a world, an environment where I choose everything all myself. I don't really let anybody else be a partner. I don't think about being a partner to them. It's my way all the time. This is the only viewpoint I see. And I think I'm not happy doing this anymore. They're standing at a crossroads going, wow, all this has gotten me is a lonely place. And now guess what? I've added a new layer of stress. I used to use this as a coping mechanism for whatever trauma I hadn't dealt with. But now part of my stress is I don't like being in this ice cold place anymore. I don't like consistently walking away from warmth or walking away from a chance to have something that would be maybe more satisfying. Now, the interesting thing, and we're going to have to keep a real open mind about this, right? Because this is a fictional story, but what's so interesting is that a character that I've just described as being very self-focused, they are changing that aspect of themselves. But what they're coming to another person and saying is, I want to work on this. We need to go talk to a counselor, perhaps, so that we can learn to communicate better, because we both do this. So interestingly enough, they're thinking, it's like the person who's been aloof all this time and been behaving in a certain way is now saying, I don't want to be this way anymore. You've been this way too. You need to work on this. You know, that's why I'm saying we got to keep an open mind, because this person is having this, like, the very individual who is having this breakthrough about themselves is now pointing fingers almost immediately at someone else saying, you need to work on this. And I'm only like kind of chuckling, because I'm like, wow, that's a really interesting, like, they instantly have this breakthrough and now they want to apply it elsewhere. But you know what? They might have a point, right? Maybe they recognize this because they're saying, that's who I've been. Sometimes, like, who cares who starts the breakthroughs as long as the breakthroughs come, right? But let's just see. Okay, well, let's be fair about this. I just think it's very interesting that this person is presenting not like hangdog, like, I'm so sorry, I've been this, I've been that, I've been so cold, you've been so warm. They're saying, I don't want to be this way anymore. I want us to work on things. We need a counselor, a therapist, or somebody to help us, because really a lot of our conflict, I think, comes from the fact that we both do this. And it's like, whoa, that's that could be a lot of assumptions on their part, or they could be spot on. So let's give our other character a chance, a chance to contemplate. We've got a 7 of Cups. We've got a Wheel of the Year, and we've got the 10 of Wands. Well, whomever they're coming to with this, they themselves have been lost in confusion for a while, but their life has been changing. They're in a new, maybe this year, maybe just recently, maybe this month, they've had some kind of like understanding that I'm not sure what's changed inside of me, but something has shifted for me. I'm feeling like I'm laying down burdens. I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling brighter. So our character, I don't know, let's ask how they feel in regards to that King of Swords, right? We've got a 6 of Wands in the reverse and Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So they've come to this conclusion that, you know what, I realize in regards to them, we're not having a do-over, and there wasn't success that we could have had together. So they're in a very different headspace. They are releasing that King of Swords, thinking, well, this is, of course, not going to happen. We don't have success. They and I don't have success, but I'm no longer stressed out over it. When they were dealing with this King of Swords, who were they? Meaning, what kind of behavior did they display? Because we saw the King of Swords was quite aloof and quite cold. Okay, the reason I just made that quirky face is because I was kind of like, whoa. Perhaps not to the extent that the King of Swords had that loner's attitude, but they too had a loner's attitude. They waffled between, I would like to give, but I don't know if it's safe to. I would love to feel like I'm coming home to somebody, but I don't really know that there's a home for me to come home to, because maybe I've never really had one. So I've always been a loner, but a loner who always hoped to build something with someone. And I had hoped things would change. I've always wished for that, but I was unsure as to whether or not. They were unsure. They wanted to give to this person, and the other half of them wanted to run for the hills. Now, we could say, is it because that person was so aloof? So they were like, look, I don't feel safe enough to actually connect with you and really invest in you because you're freaking aloof all the time. I don't know how can you expect me to just pour everything I've got into this? Maybe I should just walk away, because really, I do know how to walk away. This character has their own, a little bit of a mirror. I don't think that King of Swords is necessarily wrong in saying, you do that too. The only thing is they don't do it to the extent that the King of Swords does. This person had hope that they wouldn't have to be holding back. They actually wanted to give, but weren't really willing to. Let's look a little deeper into their energy here. By the way, they could have been an earth energy. It doesn't have to be. See, 3 of Pentacles upright. They kept saying, I want to give to this, but I'll be damned if I'm going to invest in something that's not something I can rely on. It's interesting, though. Okay, so hold on before I say something, because I was about to. I should probably hold my tongue. Wrong deck. Universe, go ahead and tell us. As far as how the King of Swords is not like pointing fingers exactly, but they are trying to say, together we need to learn to communicate better, because you're kind of aloof too, just like I was. And I don't want to be that way anymore. And I want us to have success, but it's a little bit, I want to ask the universe how to perceive their behavior right now. King of Cups. So this is them showing that they genuinely care. They actually want to work on things. They want to find a resolution. They're not doing this out of ego. They're not doing this because they want to come in and be like, well, I don't really want to say sorry for the way I've behaved. I just want to make it clear that, you and I, we just did the same stuff, and we just need some, let's just talk it out with a therapist or counselor. That's not what they're saying. They really do care about this, is how this is coming across. This is them showing that they genuinely want to be warm. They genuinely want to also be warm toward this person, and they want this person to feel safe in their environment. They want to pursue emotional satisfaction here. They really do care about this. And so if they're saying, look, I know that you have wounds too, and you know, maybe I triggered those wounds also, like for you to trust me again, you might need help and I might need help figuring out how to communicate. Okay, what's the message for this character, the one that comes across as an earth energy? Well, we've got the Aquarius star. This might be their wish come true, that this could actually be worked on, that there could really be healing. I almost think that this character, they've been just as good at being single and solo, even though that was not their preferred choice they wanted to give to this, it would be a wish come true to work on this together. We already saw that with the 3 of Pentacles, and to actually heal this. So what happens with these two? Universe, if these two are actually 5 of Swords, hold on. There's a lot of fear to get over. A lot of blockages of fear and apprehension. The Moon, a lot of things that are still unclear between the two of them. A ton that has to be fully illuminated. And some of those things they're almost scared to go deep enough to reveal everything. What is it that they're scared to reveal? I know they're scared, but somebody doesn't want to find out. Have you just been a player? Did you know, who are you really? Are you somebody who's been running around with other people? This could be that they both are petrified that the other one is going to find out that, you know, like, have you just been dating a bunch of people in the time that we've been apart? I think neither one of them wants to actually know, but they also do want to know. Ooh, the reason they're so scared is because for both of them, they would say, then I'll know that this is a false twin flame. It's interesting how for both of them, it's like, if you didn't care enough about me to be loyal to me, even though we weren't together, then what I find out, I will determine whether or not I think you could have really been my person. It's like both of these people want so badly to think that the other one only cared about them, even though they weren't together, right? They didn't have the ability to come into any kind of a successful union. But what they're both actually afraid to find out is, like, did I even matter? Did you just go get with other people? Have you just been out dating everybody? Because if you have, then I'll know that I will walk away from this and it will suck, but that's how I'll know that you aren't my person. I'm sorry, that's just the cards we got, right? That's just, I don't get to pick what cards come out. Doesn't mean this is true. It's just that's the big fear here. The Fool and the Princess of Sacred Circles. They're going to have to walk through that conversation anyway, and they're going to have to, and knowing full well that if that is what I find out, you know what, I'll still be fine. I'll go in a different direction and I'll say, that's okay. There are a lot of other amazing people on this planet to meet. On the other hand, if these two communicate, actually take the leap of faith to go ahead and communicate, because they have to. These two don't have trust with each other. They have to talk about the things that they're most concerned about. That otherwise is going to destroy this. This will never get off the ground. For them to have a leap of faith with each other and build something, they actually have to talk about all of it. And they have to really get to the point where there's no secrets between them. We got a King of Wands and we got a 4 of Cups. I got to say, I think that the answer on this is that I'm going to say, I think that our person, our King of Swords, upon finally having this very important conversation, I don't know why they were both so petrified, that thinking, well, you're probably just with somebody else. I think that the only big grief is going to be like, I can't believe that kind of fear kept us apart so much longer than we ever should have been. We wasted so much time that we could have been together, all because of fears. It's like neither one wanted to believe that the other one would end up with somebody else, but then they weren't doing anything to come into a union, but they kept being more scared to find out that, no, you've probably moved on, you're with somebody else. And now that they both discover they haven't been, it's like, oh my God, we wasted so much time not just working things out and being together. The most of the regret, it does look like, is on the side of the divine masculine. Like, why the hell didn't I take control of this sooner? I don't think they could have handled the hurt that they would have felt if it was like, oh, she's with somebody else. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that one there. That was an interesting one for sure. Take care. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.